Hi, it's me, Damien. I already filmed this video, but like near the end, the dog started going a bit haywire. So I stopped and I'm gonna film it again. I put the cat in the bedroom, so I feel like he should be much more calm now. So I hope you don't mind. Not that you really know or have an option. But yeah, two things I wanted to talk about in this video. I was the way I introduced the last video was I was saying that River was actually going to be the one who fronted, but then I fronted, and it's because I'm not sure, because like we said, we don't remember, like I don't remember what I was doing or my perception or my like consciousness when I wasn't fronting. We only know what we're doing when we're fronting. So, I think I feel Zendaya with me, but oh my god. So River was filming, and then I was like, I guess he got my presents, and he's like, oh, Damien, do you want a friend? And because we're trying not to suppress switches anymore, he just kind of sat with the feeling of me, and I came over, and now I'm fronting, so I'm gonna film this video. I feel shy like I always do, so sorry if this is a little awkward. But what I wanted to talk about was we spoke with our psychiatrist today, and we were talking about memories, and we asked him, like, do you think we'll ever come to a point, like maybe if we all fuse together or integrate, although we do want to do functional multiplicity instead, that we can retain memories? And he said, I do think that's possible, and he gave us a lot of like positive feedback. What are you eating, Igor? Sorry, give me a second. Sorry, the dog. He gave us a lot of positive feedback about how we're in trauma therapy, and those are the steps we need to take. And he said that's because I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I think he said something like, so the way memories are retained are you connect an emotion to the memory, and that's how your brain better retains it. And he says because of the trauma in childhood, the like mechanism for us to connect emotions to memories wasn't really like developed. So we continued on not really forming emotional memories all throughout our lives. And that's why to this day, even though we're not in current trauma, that we no longer feel our memories. We no longer can like recall memories. So even like memories, like even yesterday or last week, it's all so very blurry. And I know that probably sounds contradicting because I'm talking about the appointment with a psychiatrist today, or I can like talk about other things in our past, but like I'm not saying like we don't remember all of it. Like we obviously have some retention, but it's hard for me to quantify in like a percentage, but I would say probably like 70 to like 80% of our memories we don't really remember. And the ones we do remember are often because we rehearse it quite frequently in our heads. So yeah, that's how we remember most of them. So he did say that the trauma work that we're doing now is gonna help us. I can't really remember how he said it's gonna help us, but something about how we'll lower or will heighten our threshold for or will lower the dissociative barriers and be able to be more present in the moment because we're not so like automatically dissociated and disengaged. And because of that, when we form memories, we will bridge emotions to memories. He either said that, or he said that when we process the trauma memories that we do have, we'll connect emotions to the memory. So one or the other, I don't remember which one he said, or maybe both, I don't know. So he said that, yeah, that would help. And yeah, he says he doesn't, I think he said he either doesn't know or he doesn't think we'll get our old memories back, but he thinks moving forward once we heal enough, that we will get to be able to retain like memories as they develop. So that gave us a lot of hope, because that's one of the things we feel really hopeless about, and like heartbroken that we don't remember our lives, especially like really important things like past relationships or core memories, like we don't really remember, right? So we want to be able to look back on our lives and reflect and be like, we just want to be normal, like have normal memories. Like, I don't know, like that's not really that much to ask for, right? So that was like the main thing. The next thing we wanted to talk about was we're still really struggling to like be really mindful when each other is fronting. So we think we're either co-conscious really frequently, and that's why we have an easier time switching and like feeling one another, or we're close to the front, like maybe, I don't know, maybe like all those other times I wasn't really close to the front, but this time I was, and that's why this time I actually switched out. But like Brielle said in the last video, we also don't really know if maybe we're fronting and we don't realize, because our memories are so, or like our perception on things is so unified. Maybe we're just like fronting, we're not realizing we've switched. So we're trying to like really be more mindful of that. I don't really know how to improve that, so maybe next time we meet with our DID therapist, we'll speak about that. But yeah, we're trying to be more mindful when each other's switching and stuff. So like, I do think we're quite different. I think, I don't know, there's definitely a lot of like overlap with us. Like, we're truly not different people, so of course we're not all, it's not like we're gonna be polar opposites or anything, but there are some very distinct differences between us also. I tend to be more shy. I'm more feminine than some of the other men in our system, or boys or whatever. Carl has a distinct facial feature or facial expression. Montreal has a distinct facial expression. There's females, there's men in the system, there's children in the system. Like there's distinct differences between us, but yet we still struggle to be mindfully aware of when we're switching sometimes. So it's something we're working on. I think maybe that's a common experience with new systems. I'm not sure though. So yeah, we got this new fidget from Dollar Tree. I'm not really sure where a lot of our viewers are from, but if you're American or from a different country, I don't know if you guys have Dollar Tree, but there's Dollar Tree in Ontario, at least, where we live. And yeah, we bought 3 of them because they're like exactly, Chapters had like a bigger version of this that was like, I think a straight line that we always wanted, but it was like $30, and we're like, okay, can't really justify that. But this is like perfect. It's balls, it moves around, it's colorful, so all the things we love. So another thing I was going to talk about also was the last time we met with our DID therapist, we were having just a check-in, because you know all therapy starts with a check-in, and we were telling her about how we're really struggling with executive functioning, and we spoke about some of the symptoms we've been noticing we're having recently, and excuse me, and she said that I'm blanking, I'm dissociating. I don't even know if I introduced myself. Did I introduce myself? Hi, it's Damien. I did. I remember doing that. I remember like, hi, it's Damien. But she said that, what am I trying to say? We had a check-in, and we told her about some of the executive functioning problems we're having, difficulties. And she said that it sounded like ADHD. Our best friend said that therapists aren't supposed to do that, but we're kind of thankful she did. Like, we kind of have a problem with therapists and psychiatrists gatekeeping information from us. We think it's kind of messed up. Like, this is our lives, you should tell us. Neither here nor there. But so she was like, oh, that sounds like ADHD. Like, do you have anyone you can talk to about these kind of things? And we're like, oh yeah, we have a psychiatrist. And this is where it gets a little blurry about what the next few points of our conversation were. But we remember her saying that. And I think she said something like, I can't really tell you this, or something, or maybe that was our pre-worker. Anyways, but that happened. So we spoke to our psychiatrist about it today, and we went over it a little bit. And he was like, oh, well, like ADHD is like a neurodevelopmental disorder. It has to be diagnosed in childhood. And we mentioned how he forgot, and we called him on that, but how he forgot that, well, we did an ADHD assessment back in like 2020 or 2021. And they said that it was clinically relevant as a child, like hyperactivity, but it wasn't so prevalent as an adult. So he was like, oh yeah. And like he went back and looked at the notes of like that, like it was like a personality assessment, like cognitive assessment. I don't really know. Like we wanted to get tested for ADHD because at the time we thought our memory issues were just ADHD, like not being present in the moment and not like paying attention. Now we know it's amnesia, of course. But so yeah, he looked at the chart and he was like, okay, so well, I know that he was like, ADHD responds really well to treatment, like medical intervention. So let's try you on an off-label stimulant. For those who don't know what an off-label is when a drug is designed for like one disorder, and during like clinical testing or like actual like prescribing it to people, they realize it's better suited for other things. So I think even though the drug continues to still be classified as like an SSRI or something, they notice it responded well to people who have ADHD. So it is a stimulant. It's not like an ADHD stimulant, but it is a stimulant. So we're gonna try that, and he's saying that we're gonna meet in a month. And if it works well, then I think we'll take the next steps from there. I don't know if he meant like, if it works well, then you have ADHD, or if it works well, we'll explore it more. We're not really sure. But he said if it works well, it works well. So don't really know what he meant by that. But we were supposed to start it tomorrow, I guess. But our pharmacy is closed on the weekend because our pharmacy is the mental health hospital that we go to. And they're open on the weekends for outpatient, of course. And sorry. Yeah, so when our mom picked up our meds today, they didn't give her the ADHD med. It was so annoying. And this is the second time they've done that, not giving like all the meds we're supposed to get. So we're just gonna not deal with that anymore. We're gonna go to a different pharmacy moving forward, something that's open on the weekends and after hours, because that place closes at 4:30. So we'll have to deal with that anymore. But yeah, those are like the main 3 things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. I'll try to film more. We really struggled for a while with like finding content to make videos about. But we're gonna try to like, we were so like, I don't know, maybe it was like the depression that kind of slowed everything down or unmotivated us, or maybe it was just we weren't doing so much because we were depressed, or maybe it was just we weren't in a creative spirit. I don't really know. But moving forward, we are going to try to start filming more regularly again. So yeah, if you have any like challenges you think would be good for us to explore as like a new system, like to learn more about each other, it'd be interesting. Sorry, I feel corny when I'm like, oh, make this comment, but feedback is really nice. The systems you have commented are great. So if anyone has new advice for systems that worked for them, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.